The priest's nightly vigil beneath the starlit sky speaks to a profound aspect of our shared humanity, the quest to find meaning in the vastness of existence. The life of a temple priest. The sun rises gently over the temple, casting soft beams of light through the ancient stone columns and illuminating the timeless grandeur of this sacred sanctuary. The air is cool and hushed, with only the faint chirping of birds and the soft rustling of trees beyond the walls. The priest moves quietly along the smooth, worn floors, his footsteps echoing softly in the stillness of dawn. Draped in ceremonial robes, he carries with him a sense of both calm purpose and quiet anticipation. This sacred space, filled with the sweet scent of incense and adorned with intricate carvings depicting deities and mythic tales, is more than a place of worship. It is a realm suspended between the earthly and the divine. Each day begins with a series of rituals meticulously observed: the lighting of lamps, the offering of fragrant flowers and sacred herbs, the resonant chanting of prayers that seem to bridge the distance between mortal and immortal. Every gesture, every word, is part of a precise and ancient choreography, demanding not only unwavering devotion, but also an intimate understanding of the traditions that have been passed down for generations. Yet beneath the surface of this serene and orderly routine lies a complex web of emotions and questions that accompany the priest's sacred duty. As he navigates the day's ceremonies and leads the faithful in their supplications, he wrestles with uncertainties hidden from the world outside the temple walls. There are moments of wonder when the early morning light seems to dance upon the altar, or when a whispered prayer resonates so deeply it feels like the voice of the divine itself. But there are also moments of doubt, when the priest wonders whether his faith and interpretations are truly genuine, or if they are merely roles to be performed out of habit or obligation. These moments of introspection often arise unexpectedly, woven into the quiet rhythm of his day. The flickering of a flame, the gentle swirl of incense smoke, the subtle rustling of leaves in the temple courtyard. Such simple, fleeting signs can awaken thoughts that linger long after the rituals have ended. Does his devotion come from a place of pure belief, or is it shaped by centuries of tradition and expectation? Are the gods truly listening, or is the act of worship itself the point, a testament to human longing and the search for meaning? Let us dive into the life of a temple priest, exploring the profound interplay between the external demands of ritual and the internal landscape of contemplation and doubt. We witness how each day's ceremonies become a canvas on which he paints not just the divine order, but also his own quiet struggles and fleeting moments of clarity. It is a life lived in service to something greater than oneself, yet always shadowed by the eternal questions that echo in every human heart. Sweet water pools in small stone basins, reflecting the flicker of dawn's light and enhancing the reverence that saturates this space. Each step you take is measured, each movement a silent testament to your devotion and the quiet weight of your role. As you walk through the sacred halls, frescoes depicting gods and the stories of old greet your gaze. Their vibrant images stand as eternal reminders of the cycle of duty and devotion that shapes your every breath. You arrive at the chamber where the sacred statues reside, and here the air grows heavy with an almost palpable presence. This is the heart of the temple's spirituality, the place where you feel the thin veil between the mortal and the divine parting ever so slightly. With careful hands, you prepare a mixture of natron and sweet water, kneading them into a paste. Natron, the ancient purifier gifted by the earth, is more than a mere cleaning agent. It carries the weight of centuries of tradition, a symbol of the removal of both physical and spiritual impurities. You work with exacting care, applying the paste to the statues in motions that are both deliberate and reverent. Each stroke is a prayer in itself, an unspoken hymn of devotion. Your voice joins this silent offering as you begin to speak the ancient hymns, your chants, a steady crescendo that fills the chamber. These words, echoing across centuries, are your link to the gods whose likenesses stand before you, a melodic testament to the union of human yearning and divine grace. The rituals demand precision, but there is also an art to your devotion, a blending of heart and spirit that transcends rote practice. With each purification, you strengthen the bond between the present and the eternal, embodying your role as the intermediary between the sacred and the worldly. To many, these actions are mere obligations, part of a priest's daily routine. But for you, they are a covenant renewed each day, an affirmation of your faith and your calling. Beyond the temple walls, the world stirs with its own quiet rhythm. Birds flit in intricate patterns across the sky, their flight weaving messages into the morning air, messages only discernible to those who know how to read them. You watch them closely, drawing meaning from the subtle dance of their wings, each movement a possible omen of what is to come. The curl of temple smoke is also subject to your scrutiny. Its twists and dispersal carry hints of the future, shaping how you guide those who come seeking answers. The weight of these interpretations rests heavily upon your shoulders. Missteps in reading the signs could mislead the community. Faith misplaced or lost, you remain vigilant, aware that while you cannot control every outcome, the responsibility to provide guidance is yours alone. Throughout the ages, priests have served as navigators of the unseen, trusted interpreters of the divine's subtle whispers. In this role, you continue that lineage, forging a bridge between what is known and what lies beyond. Yet your life is not solely defined by the visible rites and rituals. Between the public moments of reverence lies an expanse of introspection, a quiet, often lonely space where you wrestle with the questions that accompany faith. In these silent corridors of thought, you balance personal belief against the weight of tradition. You wonder if every interpretation is true, if every action you take is guided by genuine devotion, or if it is simply the performance of an ancient script. Such doubts are never voiced aloud. The world beyond these walls sees only the serene figure of the priest, the keeper of sacred order. They do not glimpse the flickers of uncertainty that sometimes haunt your quietest moments, nor the loneliness that can seep in amidst the endless repetition of sacred duties. You cling to the rituals, trusting in their ancient wisdom to ground you, to hold you steady when your own convictions waver. The expectations placed upon your shoulders are immense, yet you walk this path with steadfast resolve. Each day offers glimpses of clarity, moments when faith burns bright enough to dispel every doubt. And then, just as swiftly, the questions return. Is your path truly one of unwavering faith? Or do the whispers of what if speak a deeper truth? Does your soul truly find its fulfillment in these duties? Or is there something beyond the sacred walls calling softly, insistently? The stories and legends of the past never leave you. They are a constant presence, shaping your every thought and action. You are both a guardian of tradition and a seeker of answers. forever questioning, even as you uphold the rights. Could you ever step beyond the prescribed path if your heart demanded it? Might there be truths to discover beyond the flickering candlelight and curling incense smoke? As this section of your contemplative journey draws to a close, you turn your thoughts to what lies ahead. Your life as a temple priest is one of profound commitment, yet the tension between public devotion and private doubt is never far away. These internal conflicts, invisible to those who revere you, remain yours alone to navigate. Ahead awaits a deeper exploration of how your personal desires and questions might find their place within the carefully prescribed roles of your calling. In the heart of the temple, beneath the weight of ancient carvings and the watchful gaze of the divine, you walk the fine line between faith and wonder, ever seeking the quiet truth that lies just beyond each whispered prayer. As you transition from the quiet of the dawn rituals, you step fully into your role as the intermediary, moving through the ancient temple with careful purpose. Each step across these hallowed corridors is measured, each motion echoing centuries of tradition. The air is heavy with reverence, yet beneath its hushed stillness lies the quiet tension that pulses within your own heart. You move with the grace and certainty expected of you, yet deep within, questions whisper, unbidden but insistent. Your day begins before the sun's first rays grace the horizon, a time when silence reigns and the weight of expectation is most tangible. The temple's stone pillars, carved with lotus motifs that speak of creation and rebirth, reach upward like silent witnesses to your devotion. They stand as guardians of the sacred, and as you pass beneath them, their silent grandeur reminds you of the immensity of your role. You walk the cold stone floors with steady steps, each footfall echoing against the ancient walls. The fragrance of cedar incense wraps around you, thick and heady, a reminder of the generations who have performed these same acts of devotion. What is the true essence of your faith? Does it hold in those fragile moments of stillness, or does it waver under the weight of your own doubts? From the first ringing of the morning bell to the final chant of evening, each moment is accounted for, each movement woven into the tapestry of your daily service. Outsiders see only the beauty of the rites you perform, the blessings, the prayers, the incense, rising like whispered offerings to the heavens. But you know that the true nature of your work lies deeper. It is a dance between sacred duty and the quiet yearnings of your own soul. You are not merely a keeper of rituals, you are a conduit, balancing the ethereal and the tangible with every breath you take. And in that delicate balance, you sometimes feel the gap between who you are and what is expected of you, yawning wide and uncertain. As the morning light filters through the temple's ornate windows, you watch the interplay of shadows and light dance across the floor. In that soft glow, you share teachings with the young acolytes who look to you for guidance. Their eager faces bring memories of your own youthful certainty, of the fervor that once burned untempered in your own chest. There is a deep, unspoken bond between you and these acolytes, yet their bright questions stir something restless within you. Their curiosity is a privilege of youth, a freedom you remember well. Now, you must answer their questions with the patience and wisdom expected of your station, even as you wonder if your own quiet doubts mirror theirs. Each lesson you offer them becomes a moment of quiet reflection for yourself. Their questions, so direct and honest, echo in your own thoughts. Is faith a flame that burns steadily within you, or is it a reaction to the weight of expectation. As you teach them, you find yourself contemplating the divine figures you serve each day. Do they truly see you? Do they hear your thoughts as they emerge in the silent hours between rituals? These questions, swirling like incense smoke, are ever present, impossible to banish completely, yet equally impossible to resolve. The temple's grandeur surrounds you. Statues of benevolent figures stand watchful in every alcove, stories of valor and devotion etched into every wall. This beauty is a testament to generations of faith, but it offers no answers. You cannot help but wonder if you falter. Will the gods turn their gaze away, or do they understand the frailty of the human soul? Will they forgive your wavering, or is their judgment as unyielding as the stone beneath your feet? Through every hour of the day, you continue your work, the inner dialogue growing louder in the quiet spaces between chants and offerings. These private battles are fought in silence, a solitary war behind the calm mask you wear. Even as you stand before the sacred flame, offering prayers and incense to the gods, you question if your words truly bridge the gap between mortal and divine, or if they dissolve into the air unheard. As the sun begins its slow descent, long shadows stretch across the temple's floors, the day's rituals nearing their end. But within you, the tide of thought continues to ebb and flow. In the brief moments of dusk, when the world softens and the night encroaches, there are fleeting instants of clarity, gentle reminders that perhaps faith's greatest strength lies in the embrace of doubt itself. The temple is your sanctuary, yet it is also a crucible where questions of purpose and the burden of divine duty are forged in the quiet hours of reflection. Even as moonlight bathes the ancient stone in silver, you feel the magnitude of your role stretching beyond the temple walls. Ahead lies the endless horizon of faith, where the demands of gods and mortals meet. It is there, in that silent, sacred space, that your journey continues, forever poised between devotion and the endless whisper of what lies beyond. Each morning, as the first rays of sunlight pierce the horizon, the priest begins their daily rites, a rhythmic dance of incense, chants, and silent devotion that links the mortal realm to the divine. These rituals, more than mere observances, establish the tempo of life within the temple's sacred halls. Within this perfumed haze and the echo of sacred hymns, the priest moves with purpose, yet harbors an inner turmoil, a delicate interplay where faith and doubt intertwine. Omens once read with unwavering certainty now flicker like half-remembered dreams, challenging the steadfastness of belief and stirring a quiet unrest beneath the priest's measured demeanor. In the soft glow of dawn, the priest contemplates the weight of each sign, each subtle flicker of the sacred flame. Once, these omens were lanterns illuminating a singular path. Now they feel like mirrors reflecting the priest's own uncertainties. The boundary between divine message and personal doubt becomes increasingly porous. Sometimes, these moments of insight renew the priest's conviction. Other times, they unearth questions that burrow deep, urging a quiet, often uncomfortable, reevaluation of faith. Beyond this dance of belief and doubt lies another realm of conflict, the tension between sacred duty and the lure of personal longing. Though their days are woven from the threads of devotion, the priest's thoughts occasionally drift beyond the temple's cloistered walls. Amidst the swirling incense and flickering candles, visions of a life unbound by ancient oaths stir, hints of freedom vibrant and yet shadowed by the weight of divine commitment. These fleeting desires, though swiftly banished, reveal the priest's vulnerability, a yearning for a life beyond the sacred scripts, a yearning that must remain hidden beneath the stoic calm of ritual. The priest's voice, resonant and clear, guiding the faithful through a potent ritual, a conduit of cosmic energy, a guardian of secrets older than memory. Their chants unlock ancient mysteries, weaving a tapestry of power and devotion within the temple's stone embrace. Yet, with this unique access to the divine comes an unspoken burden, a solemn vow to guard these mysteries, to bear the weight of truths that must never be revealed. It is a calling that both elevates and isolates, surrounding the priest with reverence that is as much a barrier as it is an honor. Within this sanctuary of whispered prayers and marble floors, the priest moves among their peers, fellow servants of the divine, yet each distant in their own solitude. Younger acolytes, wide-eyed and earnest, seek counsel and guidance, unaware that each question they pose mirrors the priest's own unvoiced doubts. Moments of teaching become moments of introspection, reflections of a faith once fiery, now tempered by years of silent questioning. The priest is both mentor and mystery, a figure of veneration and a soul adrift in the quiet spaces between rituals. These quiet spaces become crucibles of introspection. Amidst the echoing chants and flickering candles, the priest grapples with a question that cuts to the heart of their existence. What if the rites fail? What if the gods, those distant and inscrutable watchers, turn their gaze elsewhere? The weight of cosmic responsibility presses down, an ever-present reminder that each prayer and offering carries the hopes of more than just the priest. It is a thread woven into the vast tapestry of the universe, holding the delicate balance between mortal devotion and divine will. As night falls, the temple transforms beneath the silvery light of the moon. Shadows stretch and shift across the stone floors, and in these quiet hours, the priest finds a fleeting clarity. Beneath the endless canopy of stars, the priest whispers the names of gods into the cool night, a fragile prayer, a moment of connection that transcends the confines of duty. Here, amidst the ancient stones and the silent embrace of the cosmos, the priest discovers a tender truth, that perhaps faith is not the absence of doubt, but the strength to stand in its presence. The temple's textures, austere yet beautiful, mirror the priest's own internal landscape. Cool stone beneath bare feet, the rough weave of ancient tapestries, the sweet tang of incense mingling with the crisp night air. Each sensory note becomes part of the priest's journey, an ever-present reminder that sacred duty is both anchor and shackle. They walk the fine line between cosmic responsibility and personal longing, ever aware of the consequences of faltering, yet unwilling to abandon the silent questions that give shape to their faith. In these final reflections, the priest's role emerges as a paradox, exalted yet vulnerable, revered yet isolated. This sacred balance between earthly desire and celestial calling, between duty and doubt, becomes the crucible of the priest's existence. Beneath the grand vault of night, they stand as both anchor and question, their whispered prayers echoing in the vast silence, a reminder that even those who hold power over the mysteries of the cosmos are not immune to the quiet ache of uncertainty. The image of the priest standing alone beneath the stars, their silhouette a solitary figure poised between earth and sky, speaks to a universal human truth. Like the priest, each of us must navigate the spaces where our dreams meet the demands of our obligations. We, too, face the tension between what we owe to others and what we long for ourselves. In the stillness of the night, the priest's whispered invocations become a mirror for our own unspoken hopes and hidden fears, a testament to the quiet resilience of those who carry the weight of devotion and doubt in equal measure. This moment of cosmic contemplation also invites us to reflect on the nature of faith itself, not merely as a certainty in divine order, but as the courage to embrace uncertainty. The priest's doubt does not negate their faith, rather it refines it, forging a belief that is not blind, but searching, alive with questions. In our own lives, we may find that the questions we fear the most are the very ones that lead us deeper into the heart of what we hold sacred. The priest's journey, then, becomes a call to honor our own uncertainties, to recognize that faith need not be the absence of doubt, but the willingness to walk alongside it. The priest's solitude, heavy with cosmic responsibility, also illuminates the price of wisdom. The knowledge they hold sets them apart, yet it also binds them in ways unseen by the world beyond the temple walls. This is a lesson we can carry into our own lives, that true understanding often comes with a measure of loneliness. When we strive to live with integrity, to honor the mysteries that call us beyond our comfort zones, we may find ourselves set apart, our path lit by the flickering light of our own conscience. In these moments, we can draw strength from the priest's example, finding grace in the quiet spaces where doubt and faith converge. The priest's nightly vigil beneath the starlit sky speaks to a profound aspect of our shared humanity, the quest to find meaning in the vastness of existence. As the priest whispers the names of the gods into the night, they remind us that our own lives, too, are threads woven into the tapestry of the cosmos. In the interplay of shadow and starlight, we glimpse the beauty of a life lived in service of something greater than ourselves. And in the priest's unwavering dedication, despite the weight of doubt, despite the lure of personal freedom, we find an echo of our own longing to stand for something enduring, to leave behind a testament of devotion and wonder in a world that forever teeters between the sacred and the unknown.